This is Alycia Hayes. She's a brand new Stirling councillor. Could you welcome Alycia, please?
You know, it's lovely at the age of 40 to be called brand new. As I was walking down the hill with you all this evening, I was kind of amazed and delighted at how many women there were with us here. Because when we think of the battles, we think of the brave heroes that stood and gave their lives, well, they didn't stand, they did quite a lot of moving, on that battlefield. But as I was walking down the hill and I looked over there at the Abbey Craig, perhaps it's quite a feminine thing to do, but I wondered what was going through Wallace's head that day, and de Murray's standing behind him. And I wondered to myself, and I wanted to know whether they thought of the women in their lives before they ventured out to lay down their lives. And I would hazard a bet that they did, when you consider that Wallace, only 4 months previously, had lost his wife's life to the executioner of English Sheriff Hasselrig in Lanark, killed purely for her association with Wallace. And was de Murray thinking of his wife, who was pregnant at the time with a son that he would never see? So when I heard earlier in the speech, and no offence, it's often done, of the women wailing on the battlefield, that is all women are consigned to in the history books. But there is a very practical thing behind that. There is the mopping of the blood and the caring for the sick and the nurturing for this next generation. And so I was delighted to see so many women here. And I wondered what Wallace and de Murray would think if we told them on that day that hundreds of years hence, Scotland would still not be an independent country, but that instead of taking up arms, we would be given the right to placidly walk into a room and put a cross on a piece of paper, and by virtue of that cross, be given what they laid down their lives for. I think they'd tell you one thing, 2 things. By God, we're lucky. And by God, let's follow their example, because we must not waver.